Okay, so what is a treaty?
It's a promise.
It's kind of
like a promise.
It's like a promise. It's a piece of paper that you sign.
It's a
So
document.
that you can't do certain things.
Okay.
Or you can do
So it's kind of like promising.
A treaty is a promise
A document.
or a contract. I heard those words. Okay. Now, does anybody know what Versailles is?
No.
Remember we talked
It's
about
a place.
it's a place. What kind of place? Remember we talked about King Louis the 16th spending all that money? It's what? A palace.
Oh.
So they met at the Palace of Versailles to come up with a
Promise or contract.
contract. Now, in this case, this was not a promise or contract made by the German people. This was a promise or contract. Who were the people that you think wanted Germany to pay for the war?
The U.S.
The U.S. Okay, who else?
The Jewish people.
France. Who else? Raise your hand.
Russia.
Not a kingdom.
UK. Russia. Okay? All these people were angry with Germany. They want Germany to pay for what's going on, right? So they come up with a list of things that they want Germany to do in order to
Get their
Happiness.
The treaty.
not happiness. What are these
their
people
trust.
looking for?
their trust, their
Trust. What else?
power.
Yeah,
the promising.
Promise. Okay, but what are they wanting Germany to pay for?
The
damage.
The damage.
Like the
Jewish
What else?
All the Jewish people they killed.
Well, this is not World War II. This is World War One.
Oh.
Remember, World War One. What else? I'm not hearing from this side of the room. What is Germany is attacking other countries? So what did the Germans have to pay for?
What they've done. That they did to the military.
Military, yes, military. Military. We've spent a whole lot of money on what?
The war.
New factories, what?
The war. Buildings.
Buildings,
Bombs.
Houses.
Grenades.
weapons,
They probably didn't use grenades.
etc. I'm sure they did. All right, so we want them to pay for what they've done. And let's look on page 791, the Treaty of Versailles. It gives you a little bit more information.
I don't like the word Versailles.
It's a French word. Do you see right there at the top, it says the 4 most important leaders at the Versailles Conference, and it tells you who they were. They were the French Premier, the British Prime Minister, the U.S. President, and the Italian Prime Minister.
Yes.
Okay, then what's the question, Colby?
Question.
The question underneath the picture.
How did the peace terms at Versailles affect Germany?
Okay, so the Treaty of Versailles stripped Germany of most of its armed forces. You see that paragraph? It's the 3rd paragraph. It stripped Germany of its armed forces. So Germany now has no army. Okay? And required the Germans to pay. So now they have to pay what we call reparations. What do you think reparations are?
The war damage stuff.
What is it? War damage. Okay?
Pay for our war damage.
Damages from the war. Okay? And it also called for a creation of a League of Nations, which the United States didn't really get behind, and it ended up not really happening in the United States. We were not involved in that. But the Germans now have no army, and they've got to pay, how much does it say? $33 billion.
That's like their whole
Dollars.
money. That's like their whole money. All their money.
That's like probably way more than they had. So what do you think the Germans are thinking at this point, Christina?
They're thinking, I am not paying all that money.
Maybe they don't have the ability to pay
So
it.
they're gonna do something.
And they don't want
They
to.
don't-
So what's going to happen to their economy?
It's going to
It's
get
gonna
lower.
drop
than
and then-
What's going to get lower?
the economy and the people that
Support it.
yeah.
I just move out of Germany.
Okay, so their economy is going to get bad.
Like, bye.
How is it going to be bad?
Because they won't
Everyone
be able to
has to
have
pay for
any
it.
yeah, they won't be able to
You're not
pay
gonna
for
have
their
anybody
food
for
or their house.
Okay, so,
A lot of taxes.
okay, they're going to have high taxes. Very good, Jalen. Their taxes are going to go up because the government has got to raise money for this. What else? Maddie?
It kind of like you said, it's going to get lower if they had to pay all the money and
What else? How do you think people feel about this?
they can't fight back.
They can't fight back. Well, what? Do you really think they need to be fighting? No, but
Not in the
but
they
what
got-
if somebody attacked them?
Yeah, I think
It's like
that's
if
it.
that, like you're just there and you can't do nothing about it, but people just start coming to them. You have no way to defend yourself.
Okay, very good. No protection from outside influences.
How did they get their army back in World War II?
That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to get there. All right, so the treaty says that they can't have an army. They must pay all this money, and they've got to raise all of this. Do you think they were able to do it?
No.
No. It's
That's like
very
everybody's
difficult to pay $33 billion back.
That's like everybody's.
So what happens is an American with his brilliant mind comes up with something called the Dawes Plan.
Albert Einstein?
Now you tell me how this works. No, his name is Dawes. He comes up with a plan where the United States loans millions of dollars, okay, to Germany because all of these other countries that they owe money to, Russia, France, Great Britain, Italy, whoever they owe money to, are suffering because they're not able to they don't have money to rebuild either. And Germany is supposed to be paying for them to rebuild. So this man in the United States says, well, I'm a banker, I'll loan Germany the money. And then Germany can pay all these countries, and then Germany will just repay it to the United States. Why not?
There was not enough money to give them all, and they're just going to keep it.
Who's going to keep it?
Germany.
Germany. So are they going to pay the United States back?
No.
No. That's what happens. So then the United States ends up having all this money missing from its economy. And so we end up in the same situation as all these other countries.
Man,
And it
Germany's
doesn't
got a
work.
lot of debt.
And we end up with, what happens after this? Can anybody tell me what it's called? No, not war.
The Depression.
What? Who said it?
Me.
Grady. What'd you say?
The Depression.
The Great Depression.
Me and my partner.
That was all for the dolls.
Well, it's because of the situation.
I bet
So we
they-
had the Great Depression. And does the Great Depression
It was great.
just affect the United States? Who does it affect?
all of them.
Yeah,
the
World War II. The world.
The world.
The whole world is in a depression. Why?
Because they don't have the money and they need the money.
Right here.
Ooh. Because Germany don't have no money, and Russia, France, Great Britain, and need the money.
That
stole
everybody
that.
needs it.
What?
Everybody's got the right idea. That's what I want you to do. I want you to know the answer to the why. All right, so now we're going to flip over and we're going to talk about the Russian Revolution. That's on page 793 in your handout.
I'm liking this lesson.
What page?
Me too.
793.
Time's flies when you really learn something.
I'm glad. All right, I want you to look at the picture on the page.
The people.
Who are the people?
Czar Nicholas
Right.
and his family.
Junior.
Okay, so do we know what a czar is?
A hunter?
What's a czar?
We said about it in the story. It's the
A royal person.
Yeah.
Okay, so a monarch.
Okay, that works too.
Yeah, that's a good word. Now, in 6th grade social studies, you're going to spell czar this way. In college, it's the same word, czar.
Same exact word, just different spelling.
Same
And
word.
then
It just sounds better when you put the T-S.
Yeah.
Czar. Czar. Either way. I learned in college when I took Russian, I took a course called The Russian Revolution and the Russian. There you go. Czar. Okay. So how did World War I cause the Russian Revolution? Can anybody guess? Can anybody partially guess?
They were broke to.
Remember, Russia's in this circle over
Yeah,
here.
they're
The Russians, they were mad because they didn't get their money from Germany, so all the people in Russia got really mad at their government, and they started revolution.
I see what it's going.
Aha! Parker's onto something here. Okay, so you've got some angry people, but why are they mad? Because their economy's bad. Remember we said something about what the Germans were having to do?
The Germany did. They
They were
didn't
taking
have the
people back.
money to pay other countries,
And-
so they had to do the
So Russia has little money, so where are they going to get their money from?
Another country. Maybe.
They ain't gonna get it for high taxes.
High taxes. Very
Hey,
good.
Texas. Oh.
And the people are having to supplement the government's money in order to pay for the things that the people need in Russia. People are hungry. Another problem in Russia is that the military had huge losses.
Yeah.
They lost 8 million soldiers in World War I. So who were those soldiers?
The Russians.
The people who are
Who are soldiers now?
Family people.
dads, brothers,
Dads, brothers.
sisters, mothers,
Are they old people who can't work anyway?
young people,
No.
young.
Okay, so they're
have
your
strength.
workforce.
Yeah, they have strength.
Right. So they lose 8 million people who are the workforce in Russia. Okay.
Oh, were we recording?